Hi, everyone. I got some requests about just getting some help doing that initial research. Sorry, I'm just going to pop myself down here. So, I wanted to show you how we can do that virtually. Usually, we'd get to go to the library physically, pull books, we'd have a big orientation with a librarian, but we can't do that right now. So, we need to switch gears and think about what we can do digitally. And the good news is, there's quite a lot. So, first thing, go to PawPass and log in. This is important. You have to log in. Okay, so now I'm logged in. Thank you. So now I'm logged in, and I'm going to come down here and go to the ECC library page. So here, what I find is this very helpful one search. This is a way that you could look through the whole library catalog, look at online databases and other websites. So of course, right now the physical library catalog isn't that helpful to us, but there are ebooks that you can rent, and there are also tons of academic uh, databases. That's what I was looking for. So let's say I was thinking about writing my research paper on global warming. So I'm just going to type global warming in, and it's my keyword, and click search. Okay, here we go. So it has pulled up, you'll notice, tons and tons of information. I will need to log in again to the library's website, and that is the same login information as Blackboard. I'm gonna come down here. I see I have some books. That's not super helpful right now. But here I have an ebook, Global Warming and Agriculture. Okay, that might be helpful. And now if I go down further, I start seeing periodicals, meaning newspaper or magazine articles, and here's something helpful, academic journals. Okay, so this looks like this might be interesting. Global warming threatens human thermoregulation and survival. All right, so I'm gonna click on that, log in. No, thank you. So now that I'm logged in, I see that I get what's called like the detailed record. This tells me when it came out, what language it's in, some of the subject terms. What's really helpful here is if I click this button, Cite, it will do that citation work for you, which is always helpful. It does sometimes make mistakes, so you still want to double check it against that MLA cheat sheet. But I come down here, MLA, I would just copy this, put it right in my Word document, and now I've proven that I can find one site for one of my interests. So let's try another one. Let's say I wanted to write about oil spills. And you'll see even when I started typing things in, it wants to make it a little more narrow. That's something we'll start doing. Right now, it's okay to have a very broad topic because we're going to do that narrowing together. But maybe you already know, what I'm interested in oil spills is how it affects marine life. So let's search for that. I will say right now, the library's website has sometimes been a little slow for me. I think because generally we're not all using it digitally at once. So be patient. There we go. And you'll see, I found all kinds of options here. So I have news articles. I don't know that that's exactly what I want. So I'm going to click over here and say, actually, I'd just like to look at the academic journals. Right? Since I'm writing an academic research paper, we want to focus on finding those more academic formal sources. Okay. And then I find things that are sometimes way above like, I don't know what a hydrocarbon is. Concentration. Okay, so I'm not going to get that one. Study of use of banana peels. That's interesting. Right, so I can keep going through here. Depression, mental distress, and domestic conflict. That's interesting. That's about people rather than, let's see, spills lethal legacy lives on. Let's click on that one. I do see, though, that came out in 2003, so that's potentially a little old for what I need. Let's go back. Okay, looking through. 2011, much better. Let's pick This one here from 2011. So again, I'm going to click this. I'm then going to click Cite, and now I've finished my assignment. So again, this week, intention is to be fairly simple. We're just getting started. The most important thing is starting to feel comfortable doing research online. Then again, I would scroll down to MLA, copy and paste that. Looks good that it's formatted correctly. And now I'm all set. If you're having any trouble with the website, please let me know. I know it's been an issue. The other website you can use is something called JSTOR. JSTOR is not an academic-based database that we usually have access to, but given COVID-19, JSTOR has actually opened everything up, which is really cool. So you do have to go to the open access content. That just means open access, open to anyone. And now I can search here. So let's search for oil spill. Sometimes I found that this website's a little bit faster. It'll also pull up a lot of the same information. There we go. And again, it looks very similar. I can click on this to read it, click here to cite the item. So lots of options for you. What's important to remember is that Google for this isn't going to work. That's going to pull up what we would call casual sources, right? Things that the average person should be able to read and look at quickly. Because we're writing an academic research paper rather than, let's say, like a newspaper article or a more informal paper, that's why we need to be sure that we're using academic databases. So either JSTOR or using that one search on the library to find our sources. At this point, it's okay to just quickly skim them, look at them quickly. We're going to kind of really do our deep dive into those sources in the next few weeks. As always, if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. You can email me. You're welcome to ask to see me on Zoom. I'm happy to do that. Then as a reminder, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm on Zoom from 10 to noon. Those are just drop-in hours. You're placed in a waiting room. So if I'm talking to someone else, hold tight and then I will let you in so we can talk one-on-one. And then Tuesday, Thursdays, I'm in my virtual office from 2 to 3. That being said, I'm also happy to talk other times. So don't hesitate. Let me know what you need. You're doing a really good job. I was so impressed by just about everyone participated in our first digital week. So keep up the good work. We're kind of getting rid of all the other papers we usually would have written and just focusing on our research paper. So kind of one more big push here, and then you finished Composition 1. So keep up the good work. I'm proud of you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon.